What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another James Away YouTube video, and today we are starting a new type of series, and not really a series, but more of a conversation topic, more of a where I sit here and I just talk to the camera. We talk about basketball, mainly basketball, but I might throw a little bit of baseball stuff in there and whatnot. But it's just basically a way for me to talk to you guys and talk to people that are out there without having to have a video for a 2K or Arc Raiders or something like that, and I can just talk about stuff that I want to talk about. And so me and a few mates have been having some debates about the GOAT conversation and where people fall and who's one, who's two, who's three, and where all of that lies within the confines of the basketball world. So I want to put a few little things in place that I'm thinking first before I continue to who I have as my number one, my number two, and my number three. And to be honest, for me, it's basically these three guys here that you see this side, sorry, over there, the Jordan, LeBron, Kareem. It's one of those guys. I don't think that there's any argument for either one that is stronger realistically than the other. If you have Jordan as your number one, fine. If you have LeBron as your number one, fine. If you have Kareem as your number one, fine. I can't argue. I mean, I can argue because I can argue anything. I'll keep arguing until the cows come home. But basically, if they are one of these three guys are the guy that you have as your number one player, your number two player, and your number three player, then I feel like the rest of it can all just be, it is filler. The rest of it's just all filler. And I feel like that, that's where I kind of like to leave it. Realistically, I would love to have a Mount Rushmore, who I have on my Mount Rushmore of basketball, as opposed to who is the greatest, because I don't think, I really don't think that you can choose a greatest of all time when you can't look at all of the errors against each other. Like, you can look at them all against each other, but it just doesn't really work, in my opinion. If you go back and watch when Kareem was playing, when Wilt Chamberlain was playing, obviously a bit earlier, when Bill Russell was playing, when those guys were all playing, and then if you took, say, Nikola Jokic and put him in that era, or you took Giannis and put him in that era, gone. Like, he destroys all of them. I don't care who you are. I don't care. Like, and please argue in the comment section down below if you disagree with that. The fact that Giannis would destroy everyone back then. But yeah, I just think that if you are trying to choose one greatest when the game changes so much, different, like, players get more skilled, players were bigger at certain points, like you look at the big man era of basketball, and someone like Shaquille O'Neal, I feel like it was the most dominant player to ever play. I feel like that if he went back in time, he would destroy the era before him and the era before that and the era before that. And I think every generation, every era or whatever that comes along, you're going to have somebody that will do more and do crazier things. Like, I remember watching a highlight video of Jordan where he did like a behind the back dribble but didn't touch it with his opposite hand. So he had the ball in his right hand, he went around his back and then caught it with his right hand, and the commentators went wild. They're like, oh my god, what did we just see here? How can that even be, like, rah, rah, rah. Imagine if they seen Kyrie Irving. Like, oh my god. And like, I think Kyrie Irving might be the best ball handler of all time. I don't know, maybe. But like, I think I just want to get all that out there. I don't think we can really get a GOAT from all the different eras that have come. Like, we can say who your GOAT is, who my GOAT is, who their GOAT is, but I feel like that the change in the sport makes it ridiculously hard, and also like the sports science behind it, the way that players train and eat and things like that. I think that changes across the board. And take the worst NBA player today, take Bronny James for example. Let's talk, maybe Bronny is the worst NBA player in today's league. You take him, you put him back in the 50s and he's killing people. But if you're pushing me and you're saying no, you have to give me who your greatest of all time is. Put these three guys into 1, 2, and 3. I think that number 3 for me is going to be Kareem, because when I look at who I'm thinking of the greatest of all time of a player, I feel like the player has to be able to do parts of all of it. And that might be me being biased from a perspective, because, you know, I'm biased to wings, even though my favorite players of all time are bigs, like, you know, Shaq, Ben Wallace, Hakeem, players like that. But I feel like that if you're not doing all of the game across the board, you know, you're not rebounding, you're not, like, you know, say Shaq's not going to come up the court and do like a hezzy step back 3, okay? In saying that, somebody like Jason Kidd, I was going to say doesn't post up, but Jason Kidd was a pretty good post up guard. Someone like Kyrie Irving, and he's okay as well, but, like, you know, he's not going down low and banging with the big guys. You know, and I feel like you need to be the greatest of all time. I feel like, for me, this is just my opinion, you can have your own opinion, that has to be somebody that does it across the board, does a bit of everything all the way across. Like, you know, I look at someone like Scottie Pippen, done everything, done all aspects of it. I feel like he's lower in the list of, you know, the all-time greats than he should be. I feel like he should be bumped up a little bit higher, you know, stuff like that. So for me, Kareem is number 3, just because he wasn't dribbling the, I mean, he could dribble, but he wasn't dribbling the ball, he wasn't facilitating, and he could pass. I mean, don't take my little snippets of words for, you know, oh, he's talking shit about Kareem, can't dribble the ball, rah, 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 rah. Like, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that what he was asked to do, he didn't do it across the board. And that's not his fault. He probably could have done it across the board. It was that back in his era, it was throw the ball down low, sky hook, rebound, block shots, defend, and just be there. You know, but people like Jordan, people like LeBron did it across the board. They defended, they played in the post, they got rebounds, they passed the ball. Like, you know, it's, yeah. That's why Jordan and LeBron are above Kareem for me. Not far above. Like, if I'm giving them a number, which, say I'm giving them money out of $10 note, you know, Kareem's getting like $3 and the others are splitting the rest, you know. So that's sort of how it's that close for me. So then, if I'm saying who is my greatest of all time, I'm putting LeBron. For me, my personal opinion, LeBron above Jordan. Like I've said it many times before, by a smidge, by like a hair. But in reality, I think that if you're not pushing me towards it, they're 1A and 1B. Like, they're both number 1. I don't think you can split that across the board. There's lots of things to be said, like players that, you know, like Jordan, played hard on both sides of the ball until they retired. You look at what LeBron's doing now, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Like, obviously, I'm putting LeBron number 1, but I'm not going to sugarcoat it. LeBron isn't playing defense like he should be, or like he could be. But also, I think that his offensive production is making up for that gap. So, like, you know, if you've got 100 points to give in a game, like 100 points of like effort, LeBron's putting like 80% of it into, or even probably 85% of it into offense, and only 15% of it into defense. Where people like Jordan, even people like Vince Carter, like, played this many years, Robert Parrish, players like that, Dirk Nowitzki, they sort of did it across. Well, Dirk's a bit different. Don't forget I said Dirk. You know, they kind of spread it across the board a little bit more, which is why their offensive production is down, and LeBron's is still sky high. He's resting on defense. He's not taking the best player on defense. But I mean, you know, there's a lot of people talking about it, and you can go clip hunt and find, oh, LeBron took this playoff, LeBron took that playoff, but then you can clip hunt as well where he hustles back, where he was the first person back. Like, I in no way sense or whatever, I'm not saying he's playing as strong as he should on defense. Don't get it wrong, I'm not. I'm saying that he's taken, like I said, 85% on offense, 15% on defense. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not, who knows? But this is my personal opinion. I want you to put your comment section down below. Put your comment section down below. Oh my God. I want you to put your comments down below. I want you to give me your top 3. Are these guys in your top 3? If they are, where are they? Is it Jordan, Kobe, Jordan, LeBron, Kareem? Is it Kareem, Jordan, LeBron? Is LeBron not in there? Is Kareem not in there? Is Kobe in there? I can't ever say I think Kobe should be in the top 3. Not even close. And that'll be another video that I can talk about. But yeah, that's my thoughts around it. That's where I think it is. Like I said, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. One other thing too, if there's any like rude comments or just people being complete, you know, idiots talking ish, like, you know, I'm happy for a debate, but anyone talking ish and just does not want to, I'm not having that in my comment section. You know, especially if you're just being disrespectful and an ass. So simple as that. But yeah, that is what it is. And like I said, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think, and give me a topic as well for the next video. What you want me to talk about next. I'm kind of feeling a bit of Ben Wallace video. I don't know. It's not really relevant for today, but I think Ben Wallace. But anyway, like I said, thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next one. And as always, love you guys. Peace.